Yes. Today is Saturday, March 26. We are live on Echo TV International. My name is Keba Kamara. And of course, a big thank you thank you so much for joining us once again this wonderful Saturday on Echo TV International. This is a premiere. This is the first show on this TV, Women Agenda, and is proudly and officially funded and sponsored by an organization by a nest called Yakumba's Nest. We thank them so much for coming forward, coming on board, and partnering with Echo TV International to bring this important program. Women are our mothers, women are our wives, women are our sisters. Anybody who empower women, you are empowering a whole nation, a whole generation, and the world at large. Just as I said, today is March 26th, and this is the first program. But every Saturday, we'll be coming here or go out and talk to people about women business, what is affecting women, what is affecting girls, what is affecting our children, etc. etc. Once again, thank you so much for putting your money in this program. We really appreciate, and we hope the general public will be following this program every Saturday. It's supposed to be from midday, from 12, but because my guests here and me myself have a lot of engagements this Saturday, today in particular, that's why we are doing this 11:30 and 12:30. We want to leave the studio. But you can always watch the program on our social media channels. We have a YouTube channel, it will be there later. And right now, we are live on Facebook. Let us know if you also have any contribution, comments. I'll be checking your comments on my phone later as we progress in the program. Thank you very much. I have two guests here in the studio with me. Because this is a premiere, this is the first program of this kind. The CEO herself, the initiator of the program of the Nest, Yakumba Sar is in the studio with me. We are going to use at least half an hour of English, and later we speak to you in the local languages. Yakumba will tell us later why is she inspired, why is she motivated to come up with this association, with this organization, calling it after herself, Yakumba's Nest. What is the nest all about? But the chairwoman also, as far as Yakumba is not always in town, she entrusts the nest with someone, and she is also in the studio with us. She is called Aja Fanta Malo. Aja Fanta Malo is not a strange person in this country. She is also with us, and she will tell us how she feels to be part of this nest and what have they done so far about what are some of their success stories on Yakumba's Nest, but also what are some of the challenges. I hope you'll find this program interesting from now against half past 12. 12 o'clock, we will take a 5 minutes break. When we come back, we continue with the program. Thank you so much. Wherever you are watching us from, let us know. Let's start with Yakumba Sar, the CEO herself. Yakuma Sara will tell us a little bit about herself, and she will also tell us what motivates her, what inspired her. Why do you sit down and say, I want an organization, I want a group, I want people who are going to support women, who are going to make sure anytime women have something, they are there, who are going to make sure anytime women want to cry, they go there and wipe their tears, who are going to make sure any woman who is dropping out of school is not possible. Any woman who is going under any maltreatment, being it rape or any other thing, I am there to support this cause. Why women? Tell us a little bit about yourself and why do you think you venture into this now?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. I will greet everyone and say good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone. I am Yaku Masar, born and brought up in Lamen village, and then now at the moment I'm living in UK, and then as Keba just said, I am the CEO of Yakumba's Nest, and then this Yakumba's Nest, how did it came into me to form a association or a group to help women. The fact that myself I am a woman, and then I do go through a lot because I am not young again. I'm almost, I could say, 45 years old, and I've gone through lots of hurdles, and alhamdulillah, still I am standing. And I really want to speak for the voicelesses because I know when women are suffering or they are not empowered, they cannot help themselves, what they can go through, and what because of under some circumstances they can go and do something they don't even decide to do. That's what motivates me because for a start it's been hard for me. I've been a widower, I've been a divorcee, I've gone through a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. And then at that age, since my me to be a widower, I was at, I think, 20, in my 20s,
20s.
and that was very hard. But alhamdulillah, I've picked up, and then being in Europe, I've done well for myself. I'm so grateful. And then what I've been through, and then seeing people who cannot help themselves, being a single parent, and then being to be there for their families, and then some they have to look after their parents as well. Having your own family and then having to look after your family. For me, I am a firstborn of my parents,
Wow.
both mother side and father side. And then seeing people who cannot afford to put food on the table for their kids, I always sympathize with them because I know how hard it is. And then in that case, people can take lots of advantages on them. And then always, sometimes because they don't know, they think it's acceptable, and which is not okay. And I would like to be there, and then whoever would want to support to see a girl child or a woman to be able to be um, to be able to support
Empowered.
themselves, to be supporting themselves is very, very important, because if you have to rely on people, then you're not yourself.
You're not yourself,
You're not
yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
What are, before we come to the chairwoman, what are some of the success stories you registered since you started Yakum business? Is this about 1 year now or two? And if you've gone far, what are some of the things you can pinpoint and say, when I started this nest, I was able to achieve this, I was able to achieve that?
Those are things which we have done, like we've managed to launch the organization, and then that is a big achievement by the help of you and the chairwoman, because all that success, yes, I am behind, but I wasn't present. I cannot thank Fanta enough to be there, and you yourself, Keba, to be there, and the entire executive. which is Yusufa Gomez is our advisor, and then my uncle also, the secretary, LT, and they so supportive in that program.
Yes.
And then lots of family members. I can't name all, but friends and family, they really support in that. Yeah, and that I will never forget it because I wasn't around.
Yeah.
And then people to make that success. Oh, that's I'm so grateful. And in the success story, I think I will leave that to the chairman.
Okay.
Say that what we have done. Yeah.
Okay. Chairman, before you open that book, we are going to discuss first.
Yeah.
Did you touch the life of any woman? Did you touch the life of any child? As far as the main objective is to make sure the women are empowered, girls are empowered. Can you share some of the stuff? Sure. What's your mind?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fantambalo, and I'm chairperson or chairwoman of Yakumbas Nest. As the CEO said, since its inception, we have done a lot. Although it's a young organization, what I believe what we have done, what we have achieved so far is so great. We've been able to help a child that was raped in Lamin. We've been able to take that case and to evacuate the child and the mom
from the scene to another scene.
Yes. And we've been able to contribute to the first babies in both Banjulending and Fajikunda.
Yes.
So anyway, we have done a lot. We have done a lot, I think. So we just praying for God. To make this, organization what we desire it for. Yeah.
Okay. What make you feel that this child who was raped, her case is important for the nest to take it up? And when you took it up, how did it go? Were you able to make progress with it?
Yeah, in the beginning it was quite difficult. With our society, when such things happen, they tend to settle it as a family issue. But we take a stand and stand by the child and her mom. We follow it to the police station up to the court level. And we've been able to pay for their accommodation, and we've been able to help them to take care of themselves, the feeding and everything.
And the health.
Because the mom is a single mom.
Yeah.
She has no one to help her. And then we came along and how do we say it?
Took charge of
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, the child also, we've been able to take her to the hospital. She has seen a doctor, and she's still undergoing treatment.
Okay.
Because of the damage being done to her. And we are also following up the case with the man. We still follow. We understand that the man is still in remand. Yeah, but we will stand by them to make sure justice is being done.
Okay. All right. I understand this particular case is very dear to you. When they say rape, first, it's a girl child. Second, it happened somewhere very close to us, I will put it. Yes. I don't know whether when this case come up, when you start taking this case, how do you feel? Do you feel you have done enough? You have done enough for this child? And do you intend to make sure you see the culprit, the one who do this, face justice?
Thank you, Keba, for asking this question, because this case is our baby.
Yeah,
I said this case is our baby because when Yakumba's Nest just started, it is our first case, and then this case, I said to people, I don't joke with it.
Yeah.
There are lots of lots of things which this case is so kind of like connected to me. It touches my heart because one, I'm from the same village, which is Lamen village, and then two, where this rape occurred, it's my neighborhood, and then this is my family compound. Is a neighbor to this place, and then our kids, like my cousins, my nieces, and then surrounding all the girl childs were affected by this before it get to a big case like a rape. And then thinking about that every day, I cried.
Yeah,
I do cry.
I know.
I do cry because I'm thinking, oh, they've done this to my they've done this to my niece, they've done this to my, like my friends' kids. After, that's when kids started to say, this is what has happened, he has done this, he has done that. He once gave me sweets and all that.
So you never know how many people he did it to?
Yes, I never know, and I never know. And then this is not about our community, the way we think, and then the way we try to settle things, like Chairwoman said. It's not okay. We are Muslims. In our religion, this kind of things supposed not to happen. And when they happen, they are supposed to be a consequence. You know, it needs to be dealt with. Because of like we are Muslims. If it is Sharia, they are supposed to be a punishment. But then for ladies or for women to fight for their rights or to see injustice happening, you want to stand to help or to eradicate that problem. People think you bringing problem, you bringing family problem and all that. It's not that, because you are just trying to help to save others. To save others is not, this is not witch hunting, because this person who is doing this, for me sometimes I think maybe mentally they are not well.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because this is not normal. It's really not normal. And then in that case, you leave that person in the society. After doing it to this child, then you talk about it, and then after, what will happen again? She will do it to another person. And then what are you doing to help that problem to be happening in the society? This is a problem. And then which we think that is the way to go about it, and it is not, and it's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
And doing this, you are even helping the person who done this rape
again.
Yeah, because after this he might not will do it again. Yeah, because if this, like wherever he is, you should expect him to be having some treatment. Some treatment, like to have a counseling and all that, you know. I don't. It's not normal. It's not normal because
the child was like 9 years old.
Yeah, because the child has the dad is a dad. He is a dad. The guy who did this with 3 kids and him himself have a girl. You know, it's just not acceptable. It's serious.
So, tell me something about the launching before we come to the local languages. The launching was done. After the launching, were you able to do anything again for women, girls in society? Because after the launching, that's the birth of the organization. Yes. After the launching, were you able to register anything again, any success after the launching? Because the launching was the birth of the association, of the organization. After the launching, what happened?
Yeah, after the launching, we had plans to do so many things, but it concerned with the presidential election.
Okay.
So we couldn't rush. So now that CEO is there, we are going to embark on so many things like seeing other organizations like the Mayo and other women NGOs so we can be able to help us more. But we haven't done much after the launching, yeah. Okay.
So Yakuba, what's next? You are right now in town. I understand also, let's say Banjulinding, you were supporting that. The way the girl is so dear to your heart, I don't know for what reason, is the way Banjulinding is taking ownership of, of the national. Yes. What's the connection? How are you connected to this health clinic?
Banjulinding Health Center, I will keep saying Lamen Village because for us, Lamen, and then I would say that neighboring villages.
The satellite villages.
Yes, we all go to Banjulinding Health Center.
Yes.
Banjulinding Health Center has been there since myself took my child, my firstborn, who is 24 years old now.
Wow.
Alhamdulillah.
Banjulinding have been there.
And then, yes, Banjulinding has been there. And then, yes, and then it's a place where everyone go there and give birth. Okay. One thing, I gave birth to my boy in Fajikunda, which Fajikunda also
benefited
we've
from.
Been there. Nest has been to Fajikunda. Those are the two connections. But then Banjulinding, to be honest, is our community health center.
Yeah.
And it has been there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then after we went there, we supplied them some gloves.
Yeah.
Then
face masks.
Then the corona was. So yeah, and then we also supply them with bed seats, and then we learned when we went there. When you lots went there, I wasn't there. You get to find out that there was no laundry lady.
Laundry lady, yes, and that's very important for
that
health.
Was very important. Yeah. The day I heard about that, I was also touched by it, and then I'm thinking, oh my God,
how can this?
Some people like here, you don't prepare to go to labor. You just go there with one or two stuffs, and then go in there, no bed sheets, and then you don't even have towels or anything to help yourself with. I think it's very important to have a laundry lady. First thing I thought of, I wanted to donate the hospital washing machine. But then, and then whoever I discussed this with, they would always tell me, oh, Kumba, why laundry lady? Why not a machine to just to do it? I said, yes, that's a good idea. I thought of it, but unfortunately, because of the water supply is not always available, we cannot. And then the laundry lady is always the best way to deal with it. And they have one already, but they said that person was doing voluntarily. And then she was about to leave because she have to do something to earn a living. Then the nurse took it over to decide that, okay, now we will be paying the laundry lady. We just started to say, okay, we'll give her just 1 year contract to say that we will pay you up to 1 year. But then, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, the 1 year has passed, and then by the by the kind of you lots, we have continued to do that as well. But Banjulinding has benefited from the.
So from the central government for NGOs, I think they all need to support this nest, the Yakumba's nest. Imagine a whole health center, a whole hospital, sometimes when they run out of gloves or any issue they have, any problem they have, they will say, can we contact Yakumba's Nest. Yeah, I think these are some of the things that the parastatals, the government, the NGOs should consider supporting the nest because they are not putting it into their pocket, supporting needy, especially women. Exactly 12 o'clock, when we come back, we break down some of these things into Mandinka and well of 12:30 inshallah. This program is called Women Agenda and it's sponsored by Yakumbas Nest. And we are opening it today, this afternoon, March 26th, on Echo TV International. Later you'll have it in all our social media handles. And maybe the press and publicity officers of the Nest also may take this video and upload it on their other social media sites. It's not stealing, they paid for it. Yeah. So good for them. We'll use from Mandinka and some other. Yes. And maybe if teacher is here, we'll do some sweet.
Bricam. Pollo. Janina cigaretto. Cigaretto. Niris la paqueto. Paqueto. Na baby kampadang kama. Sembo sabarot, sabarot, tuolun sabarot, cigaretto, sisi jao, nyawa nyawa nyaro, pada koyo la chemicalo, cigaretto, sisi jao, nyawa nyawa jaro, tere tinga payaso, tata daoda. Sisio bendala Benyala ko ID card Biriketo Konko benante domorla Sabaro benya ko domada Oya bempalante sabarla Sabarla, sabarla Luolun se toto Somonda fosuto Tata lapta no leto Doctaro consiso Tenin na cigaretto Cigaretto, Niris la paqueto, paqueto. Na baby kampadang kama, cigaretto. Consembo sabarot, sabarot, tuolun sabarot, cigaretto. Sisi jao, nyawa nyawa nyaro, pada koyo la chemicalo, cigaretto. Kontanta, sabata siata, lafta bulala, abulo mandia, wakilo ketembe mbonyola, sisio benji sodomokang, lasio enombe ule sabakang, 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 luolun setoto, somonda fosuto, tata lafta noleto, doctaro consiso, Janina cigaretto, cigaretto, Niris la paqueto, paqueto. Na baby kampadang kama, cigaretto. Consembo sabarot, sabarot, tuolun sabarot, cigaretto. Sisi jao, nyawa nyawa nyaro, pada koyo la chemicalo. Cigaretto, sisi jao, nyawa nyawa
ngato ka no wale ndo ka ko ndo ka ko ke bali mo ha bali mani siya do ne ai da fa sa me nyo ti ko na ko mo na
Allah yanda ya garenya tungaranke tunkanda ya gare kenya tungaranke Alale ye musolu ke tungama ye masaye musoke tungana fenye Bana kema yagare kabatungaranke nanungimpa bamagatungaranke kesuma yagare kabatungaranke kalisingimpa bamagatungaranke kema yagare kabatungaranke kabatungaranke kangengi baba matungaranke kesuma yagare kabatungaranke sinungi.
Thank you very much, all the listeners of and those who watch It's Not Radio, Echo TV International. We are glad that you are always with us. We are back for the last half an hour from 12 midday to 12:30. The first hour, you had Yakumba Sar, the CEO, herself going through what motivated her to bring such an organization together, and she told us about some of her success stories, even though she doesn't want to boast sometimes, but we always want her to talk about some of the things she have done for women, for girls, for society, so that other people can be inspired, but also so that other NGOs can come to her or do donations or whatever through the nest. That's why we were forcing her to talk about some of the things she have done, and I think you all learn a lot from what she have said. She is not the type who will beat the chest and say, "I've done this, I've done that." But for the records, we always want to speak about it, to talk about it, because you never know who is watching from you never know from where, and who is going to do what. That's why we always want to tell her to talk about some of the things she have done. I must tell you that most of the things the Nest have done, she have, if it is 100, she just tell you 10, and because she always feel that it's not right to tell people that I've done this for X and Y, and I've done that. But her number one focus and her number one target is to make sure every woman sleeps well at home. No girl child is molested. No girl child is raped. No girl child is going under any difficulties. That is some of her, the things she is doing, and I think she deserves recommendation. She deserves help. We've started when she was not here. We've started to knock doors. We will be proud to tell you that we even went to the Minister of Women's Affairs to tell her about the Nest and how they can support. We went to social welfare. You name them. A lot of offices were not to tell them about the Nest and about the organization. And we will do this again and again. After we do some episodes of this program, we will go again and knock and see whether doors will be open. But if not, we will also try to raise some funds by ourselves. We will not still sit down and say the government is not doing, and we are not also going to do. Very soon, we will do some concert, some show that we believe that we may be able to raise some funds. Continue doing what we are doing. For example, we are still paying laundry woman and we are still paying rent for a woman who is going through some trauma and some stress with a 9-year-old child, etc., etc. So we will be a bit guilty if we say we cannot do all this, but we will try by all means, if we have support or not, to make sure we do small things on our end to support this vulnerable man, before I come back, janni minute ya ko danke ala baraka back. Janni minute ya ko danke. Kam tan sata po change musul la nyanto musul la may Fatou Sedi Kane fana ya modro min kabri ya ko bari ya ta ya ko ya tina ate hamo soto kadi ka fo do ate min ko na fana ya ay minike ay fo moli bari fenjamal fana bi mi ya ko ay ke andum abugala fi ka fo moli abugala fi ko fo camera to woto nyim mum molte mi yalan ko amanka damal bala nala ka fo nying man sakunda wala ka fo dol nyanda ke blola ka pour ngaje ko Gambia musol ya daha Gambia sukutu wala daha Fatou Sedi Kane janne mina chairwoman Kang and 30 minutes in English, a brief background of what the nest is about. So, mbira ni kala minna wala ndrong. Munatina kamusul sembentuya. Kasungkutinimol sembentuya. Why is this important?
Abaraka wake kewa. Abaraka. So
Comme ni beste jokan sante kadi am nyam.
So nungon ni musol ila ke sementu ya memo empowerment a betata bakele mol la seto poto banko ni ala nyaato taaje musol la asementu ya musol la yubludu ndakoro komi ni yajibe hani ala la daro te kewni musol e bijiro komi kuno dam fam fulu so inyanda ka nyoma ko ni man koti komi kuno dam fam kilo ngota tino na so wala so musol bijiro ko dam fam muso bijelo ko damban kilindo nyin ka sembo di kewala so o nyama sungudu ngol ni muso nita support like nita empowerment and it empower nyami wala nti mako no nyami wala through education karangoto nga mako ila karangoto nga awareness program will create coming ko next coming ka muso kala mutandi ila nyantola aning ila symbol sa min keno ke karandi skill sola miliyalon ko be fam mako no la do ko miliyalon ko to le ba use la ye fam mako because nim muso ni ke so kan ke ka mi provide muso ka fenke sanin so woni ding ngol ko si ni ko be diam na ba fle ni to ka fenke barni ay ko tia sa e kanu sanga abaje lo ko min ko iba ma ko kan sanin so mani decision making be kan so ko no ibaje le ba kan so ka rajje ani ninka muso empower ka sabla muso ka kan so because ni man kan so to mo lang ning abuse kanana ni gender based violence or kanana ha ni ka radde iman si mboso to ibuka hani ka diam wani si mboso to ka ma ko ka hani la ka diam ibajele ni ko hani o mo hani le ni ko ha o mo ha mulbe wolon na ikaja ka sembudi muso fana ni ka ma ko ka empower aka sembudi muso la abuka sila sinin so ma ko min ku ka dal for example in rape case lu be kiri Gambia kono de nakata musuli baji la mario be abes hanila ka diamu ka ko nyine kata adu mulba ma ko ila bar nimbo ko musul sen mentu ya ngila nyato tale nya an kam fongol la nyato tani ko le samba ko
jannim mina chairman Kang itam moti mi yalan ko experience mobe bala mi yalan ko anata through some problems kewo nyapita kan bari ima ko bula ay tawo nyama kabrin kewo nyapita kan akata police ya samba court fa mari tata mile 2 munatna ite at your age ya feel ko ni nyapita mokan amari manya naka free wo nyama munatna yo sembota falta court level fa mari tata mile 2 you didn't sleep iman sino fa mari tata mile 2
so coming ko o Mario post ngawoje nyami abije coming angale ka mi monster la mata amanka moti mi an kan nyanda ka society tol ni mota ya nyapin kan imanya na katara mola society do kotenke problem wala beta ita nyanta ka bo society do so anu fanan akata mominna mbadi ngolon asutiyal na bagale bari mojo man la fanan be society do mi yalan ko yentalon adi kan jale so nyum example ti kaytan di la ko min ko mu sungutu nengalte bari ngakango sotole wala sabu nga step ta nga justice fight pour ñindi ngo ay justice sota isaje ko muso min bebe example bebe je benjela as example na ko si fakete la ita sila yedi akan we willale because ni koy ba ñing coming ñing culture of sutura koy bo tala Gambia ita ha fenti tala anin aba mol batan la ba
so ye approach no wala ko al nga sutura al kana sama ko al nga sama
la aman ko ab oda mad like badi like even badi ngol ni ko kundu ni ko sibaka ni badi ngol kundu tale ni
kewla badi ngol
no mfongol badi ngol because at some point yalla ko min Gambia be nyami mol ka muso muy ko muso samba stadium de ka muso ni yetere imala fi moya moy amanga ko mi be kewala ma ko kadi ife bo sunkutu ngo nyina ma ko kan barente ay man sunkutu ngo nyima ko because how many night sunkutu ngo tara laari sunkutu jelata sino wala abata remire ka woku wala o sa dum no problem wol kono so ngam le sente ngambeno nyanta ko lon komin ko victimol imanya na kamabu inyanta ka diamol inyanta ke fasale ya ko bayni mol bi nyande to anta mi yalon ko bet ada han jochen dol bi jande mi yalon ko like
no, well, most of the judges don't play with rape cases.
Especially in Gambia where rape case man ka fiara. Wala sam hani mo shoot ya tira nyanya ibadi ngolomba ibadam nomba ikuto malomba hana ila dinni ngol rape imanya na kabala faye imira dinni ngo nyina ko wala dinni ngo nyimbe ta anena ta bola hakido kon abitala 5 anena ta bola hakido kon so ite umita la responsibility lati pour ko dinni ngo ka nyaaji ofita kata ka ko follow up yaajo komin ko duwaye la umol ka milliard
okay bare min ite baade ngol kata minna kewon min yakala inata kew nyumbulale alto nata kalam da koy kew bulale ala mu step da ko rek
wala nango nyumol nyaga ma to kay mo kila laati so masira na nga moy dama ko ya bulale bon te ka biya fa nyum ma la folo ko hani wota kino de momin sora wota bulan ngondo ko may ko ni nyaaje enile anata waji sido ka wanata ina ka lu net ndara ko kabe nga jojo ni nga jojo first time ko nyino ko hani e man nyum bula jam ko min kayti mantra fonkoro court house ko min ko ya bulay so na ko follow up na ta realize ko min ko for prosecutor ni mimbe in charge of more like case to wala tata ko min idea mo dun nyoko na tara ko jojo ko min tol tara high court case ni dismiss iko trial ni mambete ya no so min tol wi joyin testing ke wonin tol dental so nga ko find out ako wi man na ko tonya nga ko follow up high court so same thing more water inshallah
so han ka ba free ya blala folo
han thing ya aras la ko
this guy is a fighter muna na society ka rape ta likely nyemi fo kanyapi dindingol kang kanyapu sing dindingol kang badingol ka fo na kana samba police kana samba court yamara muna na society ka life kanyim call cover up and do you think it's happening rape siarne but it's not been reported
in one of I think already spoken
any local language of your choice
comme lisma natan bi do rek fatali kan do wax diga la sin society dañ buga su amé ñu ko mostly somebody very close to the family. He didn't want a brother or papa bisa or anything.
Mo ko def.
So also ane hindi buga sensitive gina tibiti. You don't want their materials to be much out there. So linyo def moy linyo of family bi because kako was net bi xale bi ñu reeb nonu demon nañ family bi before ñu ñëw sax waxon nañ family bi de ñu ko gëni ci waye ñu we stand by it loolu lañ taxawee day yóbbu waa ñu police up to now ñu ngi foofa yaay bi pour mu withdraw case waaye because ñu nekk ci gannaaw they know that somebody is behind her
mooy case bu yàqu mas nes ne bu di toppa okay dañ ko bëgg a
exactly
wax ci family level
within the family it's a close member family member waaye ñu ngi taxaw comme ni ko fàttali kan taxawee system or whatever
kon mu ngi mel ni lu ma bëgg a wax mooy society bi kon
society bi is helping them
non rape case yaa ngi bari am na case yu bari yoo xam ne nekkuñ di ko report
that's what I'm saying because of that family ñu
okay
and as if that loolu bu na xel xale because daf ko traumatized then mu dem dem daf ko traumatized
yeah that's true
so ñu ngi urge loolu su ñëwee si famille bi ñu génn ñu dimbale xale moo gën because daf ko affecté
okay so what are some of the success story malam kujuma lebi je min yalan ko ita nyaaje the next back kan yakumbas nes yake andung aye nyabo you are impressed coming yes this is something I want to be associated with. This is something that people should do. People should be doing. Kabidinta yakumbas nyaskono. What are some of the things in your email jami yalanko I just of I impress?
So abaraka. So cooking mia sabunte yakumbas nes diatanye mia sabu niyan kumani dawda matarra jere wolon ko kamusul nyaata am sementu ya nyame ani ye mako romin di ntolla community la lamen ning banyunin ding nada adana ning rape case kumata dawda ya ko fani ya ko business makalam ni akalam te ba e ba sikala ya ke ko kundu dunuri ni mom musoma bata ko kona na ma rape case e billa le ya mako ani ye yur jamale mako ntolla community to wasa ba inspire hanina last program nga minke ngato la women's empowerment so that kan ni so la program ka sama nyapa so when te nyapa so wakama mo mi odla wala nga mo mi dani ya ika ya kumbasnes ya ye sementu ya dal isi sementu ya no nyaaw.
Okay, so sign malong falbe community outreach sotala. This is something very important. Kata molia, kate ya. For example, ya cross, ya tabara, wala SL. You meet women and talk to them, enlighten them about things that they should not keep quiet about. Because coming now for nyamen, dulal jamal bije, abe kekanje, and molie they are failing. But malang for funding method la. Member la friend program but I think this is important to get to them, send the message, yes, but malam fo alio kacha fo fananda sotla in the long run.
Well, what can they go? They musician agenda you talk about because coming over here you come from Ibute, we'll go again the next time I come from Ibute from Ibute.
Yes.
Because we don't know any sponsors, anybody who is interested
yes.
to help us. From the link over here, you try to put up a fundraising.
Fundraising.
Whereby we can generate our own funds to help. We are also trying to do something which we will be doing after the quarantine. So we are urging everyone to come forward. We want to help Nesby, we want to improve.
Okay. Yeah, so yes, you man of Kumaira, Pukata Molia, Kadiamuye, ke sensitize, near Kachasoto, Kafoy, coming a man daring every time, near Alonko Kuketa Mola, family kono, society kono, Malam family or Kumaira, Pukata to reach out to them, Kamul Kumandi Bantabalto, Ketrela Farolto, Kadiamuye, Konyimu Kulti, because sometimes coming a family member like sometimes close family and the bukala fi sudro ni kama ibukala fi ay fendi malam fabe kumayala pour ya kumbas na sia fendi kata to reach out to the people and sensitize them about rape.
So coming after nyame rek comme ni ba muso ni no empower eka awareness program of create so ni sensitization aka même faten o bebo la kono so ya kumbas nes abe na planol kono le pour ngata sensitization will start kamu so ni sun kutin ngol kapinyuma ani even kill because nimmi be nat na nga diami ita understand ke orfanta understand ita iba musul ma ko la nyang so nyimbe na plan ko no where as nde ambe mit la wala community musul mit na diami about women's empowerment and amna nyum program ko dara ko na nyam as time goes on albe mo la plan jamal mi la and nalba share.
Yes, inshallah. So I don't know what will be the message to the government, to the NGOs, to the people. Many alanko wala ba nyum program mo jibe coming albe lafla munde marsifa molbe kana jaga fa lafa de marol like ko nga fa nyame tara no Ministry of Women Affairs and no ngamre tol na ba nyama nyinka fu sifal ini nyanta ke blodu nyobulle. I remember they took contacts, they took telephone numbers and things like that, but mamira they reach out. So malong case jamal la balbul min yalanko they require funding, they need help. Yes. So mal nalbe message kila kuma labango abekela masakunda wala NGO wala abekela what will be the message?
Well, come on, about it. We just have to government ak NGOs Ministry of Women Affairs on a dañ dem ak
Wow, demoon nañ foofu wow. You know they will get back to us.
But we haven't had anything from them.
Yes.
So Action Aid and everybody,
Yeah,
I think we'll go back to them
and
remind them of their, wow, dinañ fa delluwaat daal seet naka la. Parce que ñu ngi ñaan tamit NGOs or any other businessman that can help. Because this is for the country. Amuñ dara luñ cee ut pour dimbale nit ñi la rek. So ñu ngi ñaan dimbal. See anybody who can help.
Okay. Yes. Finally, almost 12:30. Muna bekala danir lati yamira ese mansakunda lembang NGO lembang fo inenye neso janda ke blodu nyobulo. Why is that important?
So ninko mbe keri min ko mata ko yakumba snes mbe banko kala ka banko la nyaato tala. So government ni NGO ni individual mi yalon ko isa mol ma ko no mbebe danila ye blodu mol ko ya jiko ko min ko ma ko ri boko doya yakka nyanya abata so nga nyoma ko man nga nesola agenda pus nga Gambia sama nyata
because no one amari finance na matano la long the line kan bari laundry woman akay 1 year for but I'll extend
so we just pray for the next to go forward.
For the next to go forward, inshallah.
And we also pray for Yakumba to achieve her aims in helping the nation.
The nation, because this is for the nation.
This is the nation.
This is the nation.
It's not
as far as it's education.
As well.
Yeah.
So we say a big thank you to her too.
Yeah. Father Serkan, thank you so much for coming. Even though your minutes is just half an hour, we appreciate that you come, chairwoman. Thank you for being here from 11:30 to this time. Yakumba herself, this is the median show, that's the launching of the women agenda here, and it will be every week. Mind you, sometimes we might be going out and we do this show live at your doorsteps. Yeah, we might be going out, do some of the shows, and even though it's for women, but we may also be interviewing men about women. So don't be surprised if you see 3-man panel, all men, and discussing about the women. Yes, until we come your way next Sunday, same time, supposed to be 12 midday to 1, but because of engagements, we bring it down to 11:30 to 12:30. We thank you so much for being there. My name is Keba Kabara.
Thank you.
Yalo che bi ke bauta ko ngata ha no wale ndo ka ko to ka ko che bali ko ha bali man siya do ne ai da France ame nyonyi ti ko na ko ko na
alla yanda ya garenya tungaranke tunkanda ya gare kenya tungaranke ala ne ye musolu ke kabatungaranke nanungin baba magatungaranke kesuma yagare kabatungaranke kalisingin baba magatungaranke kema yagare kabatungaranke jamangi baba magatungaranke kema yagare kabatungaranke kabatungaranke sinungin paba maga tungaranke kema yagare kabatungaranke bangalio faramadamba okuri malini remali